And especially the new stage that was introduced, the Camp Moran. That was the toughest of 30 kilometers. It was the toughest of all. Because even me, I got stuck. My battery terminals melted. So I also retired on that stage. My first stage, I retired. And you see, the P1s had already passed. They'd already left you with the portals.
And there's something you said, you can just repeat that. When other drivers
The
go ahead of
P1s.
you, the P1s, what happens
The
to
big
those
boys.
who come before? What happens? What conditions are left behind for them?
Oh my God. They leave the worst condition. So it is up to you as a driver to see how you'll maneuver. There is no special treatment for P1s and then the local drivers. There is no special treatment for men drivers and for us women. We drive on the same track. So it is up to Pauline to see how she'll maneuver and finish that stage.
Did you know that only 7% of rally drivers globally are women? Yet, here in Kenya, women, including our guest today, are breaking barriers in a sport long considered a male domain. The Safari Rally, known for its brutal terrain, has seen remarkable female participation grow steadily thanks to trailblazers like our guest today. It's time for another powerful session where we learn, grow, and get inspired by Africa's trailblazers. At the Power Dialogue Africa, we spotlight the voices driving real impact and real change because when we share our stories, we empower a generation. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss these inspiring conversations. Also, subscribe to the Power Dialogue Africa on your favorite podcast platform and follow us across social media. Who would you like to see next? Drop their names in the comment section and also your questions, and let's make this happen. I am Zeddy Bariti, and this is the Power Dialogue Africa, where we celebrate African excellence one story at a time. Today, we are shifting gears, literally and figuratively, as we dive into the thrilling world of motorsport. We explore our guest's roots, her love for rallying, and how she continues to inspire women to take the wheels and drive change. Buckle up for this exciting conversation. Hello.
Hi, Zeddy.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks, God.
Good to see you today.
Same.
If someone is to come across this video and see you in that bright suit, is it a suit?
Yeah, it's a rally suit.
What would you like for them to know about you?
Thank you so much, first of all, Zeddy. Let me start by introducing myself. For those who don't know me and those who see Pauline differently, I'm Pauline Shegu, HKC or GW. I call myself a she of all trade. Pauline comes from Taita Taveta County. I'm a mother. I'm a sister to many. I'm a Christian. I'm a government officer. I'm a media personality. And of it all, I'm a professional rally driver. Yes, that's Pauline.
That's really a she of all trades.
Yes.
Finished.
Thank you.
I'd like for you to tell us, Pauline, you've mentioned so many things, your sister, your mother. Is there something in your upbringing that set you up to be this versatile and to be where you are today? There are values at their twists and turns that have brought you to be the personality that you are today and as accomplished as you are?
I was brought up in a Christian, humble family. No one expected me to be a rally driver where I am because where I come from, the family of the Shegus, my mom and my late dad, they were very strict. They were very strict, especially on education matters and professionalism. So what I'm doing as a rally driver is something that caught them off guard. No one expected me to be here. I can't say that this is something that I really wanted to do when I was young. No, this is something I did just recently, past 14, 15 years, when I was already working. But back then, my family, my parents were very strict on what they wanted me to do and how they wanted me to become and I almost became a nun, a sister. Yes.
Strict.
Yeah, they are strict. But
I can even see your hand.
Yeah, I work with rosary.
Yes.
This one really gives me strength. It helps me a lot. When I'm down, I understand it as Pauline. You can wear it wherever. Some people carry them in pockets, but me, I work with it openly because I love my God.
Amen.
Yeah. So for me, it was a very strict family setup, but I thank God where I am. Yeah, yeah. I can't say it's something that I wanted to do when I was young. No, that's a lie. Because I've done so many things.
Yeah, because I know you're a communicator, but it's just intriguing how you're a lady rally driver. Is there a moment or something that sparked or intrigued you to get into motorsport besides the mainstay passions that we know about?
How I got into rally is very weird, let me say it. Back then, I used to work at Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. I was a newscaster. I've worked in media for almost 15 years. So while in the newsroom, doing my normal duty, preparing for the bulletin, there was a gentleman, a sports reporter by the name Omolea Siko. The late Ben Mushemi Babashiro, if you know him, he was a rally ace, a rally guru. He used to own so many fleet of rally cars. So he started an intermediate rally competition, bring together all the media houses, different media houses, to compete at Jamhuri Park. So one of the rules, conditions for you to be in that team, in a team to compete, you need to have a lady. Yes. He appreciated women. He wanted women to be part, to understand this motorsport, because they've always perceived it as a male-dominated field sport. So for Ben, I liked his idea of bringing on board women to be part of it, so that we do away with that narrative of this is a male thing. So this guy, Omolasiko, approached me. I was just preparing the bulletin to go and present. And he told me, Pauline, we are supposed to participate in this. We've already registered as a media house, and other media houses are already on board. But you see, we have been told we cannot unless we have a lady. So because I used to drive normal cars, and I told them, that's what you want, just put my name. I wasn't even interested to participate. I told them, just put my name, let it go. The first one, they put my name, then they went without me because it was not even in my mind. It didn't even click me that I want to do rally. No, because they wanted to participate and they needed a lady.
It was just box ticking.
Yes, just tick the box, and I gave them my DL to prove to Ben that this is a lady who drives and this is her DL. So he believed, and they participated, the first one. The second one, again, because Ben used to host these events every weekend.
So did you participate or did you
just... The second one, they put, I did not. I was still not keen on rallying. So the third one, the condition was no, you will not participate without us seeing Pauline. This is corruption. So they came and told me, no, you see now, Pauline, you are required to come and rally. Ben wants to see you and the rest of the officials. The rally cars are just normal, but rally cars are manual. Mm-hmm. We don't drive automatic.
Is there any reason why?
Manual, you can control speed compared to automatic. Automatic, the moment it peaks,
yes,
for it now to go back to normalcy, it takes time. So for manual, you can control from gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, because I drive up to the maximum gear. So I attended the third one. I got into physically. I saw the rally car. I went and looked at that rally car. I saw how it was done, the roll cages, everything. I was like, this is what you want me to get into?
How was it? How did it look different from the normal car?
It's very different from the normal car. Even the seats.
How is it different?
The seats are very firm. Like you've seen the baby seats, the carrier seats for the babies. They are more or less like that. The roll cages, because of safety. Safety comes first when it comes to rally. There are so many things that have been changed. Even the fuel that we use for rally, we use avgas compared to the normal ones. Avgas is a special fuel, like like a jet fuel. That's what rally cars use mostly. Yes. So we don't use the normal petrol for the rally cars. No, because of the speed.
Well, you mentioned homologation. What's that about?
Homologated car is one of the requirements in any rally car for you to participate in a big event, especially WRC, ARC, and even KNRC. Your car has to be homologated because this one touches on the fuel tank, the way the engine is established, is done, and also the roll cages, so many things. That's why it all comes as a homologated car because it has met all the requirements as per the FIA requirements. The third time I got into the rally car, went to Jamhuri Park, got into a rally car, I switched it on. First, the sound just changed everything for me. I love the sound. My adrenaline just changed automatic. The moment they counted to 5, 4, 3, I was at a bridge. How I found myself there, I don't know. The speed, it took off like an aeroplane. I said, huh? So this is how it is. But what made me now to get into rally completely is there was a time after I did my news bulletin at 7, I was also producing the 9 o'clock bulletin. So after the 9 o'clock bulletin, when I was going home, I was met by carjackers along Uru Highway, just around El Selassie Avenue. I was driving a very slow car then. The carjackers just came and blocked my way. And what I saw were guns left, right. They removed a gun. I think they wanted to carjack the car and also myself. So one thing I noticed was, I'm driving a very slow car. How will I manage with these people? But I said, no, I can't stop. You know, thugs can only shoot when you stop. But when you're on speed, they never shoot.
So it's just like defensive driving.
Yes.
Keep the speed.
Keep the speed up to where you'll get safety, then you can branch. So I was driving along El Selassie there. They came, they brandished their guns. I saw it, but I kept on driving. They followed me up to around KMC, Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. Yeah. I just noticed I missed the junction of Industrial Area Police Station because I wanted to branch to go to the police station. I got into the next one. So I just remembered I was at KMC because I did media, mass communication. I remembered there were APs who used to give us security. My calculation was very limited. By the time I was to divert, I was on a very high speed. So I lost control and rolled. That time I was 7 months pregnant. I rolled and that bang attracted the attention of the people because I rolled onto people's flower beds where they sell those flowers in the pots, around KMC. So the APs came, they saw the car, and you see, the moment you roll, because I didn't show the tags that I was branching, they went. So the APs came, they helped me out. I left the car there. From there, I said to myself, my next car will be the fastest car ever. God helped me. I gave birth to my son, my lovely son. I went to the showroom and got a brand new speed car.
Tougher with that speed now that you stemmed from adversity to get into fast driving. Does it make you feel more in control?
Speed. I respect traffic rules. I respect speed, Kenyan rules. But when I'm in the other car, that's a different story. Yeah. But I feel safe. After that incident, I feel safe. And all my cars are fast cars because of that. And because of that incident, that's how I got myself now fully into this sport.
It's good that you took the lesson and something great came up from a sad situation.
Yeah. Thank God.
And talking about the safety of the car, homologation, the various
The roll cages.
the roll cages,
Yes.
cover up everything.
The suits, everything.
I wanted to come to the suit because we have spoken about the safety of the frame of the car.
Yes.
How about you as a rally driver? How do you keep safe when you're within that environment?
First thing, Zeddy, you need to know, safety comes first when it comes to rallying. That is one thing the officials look at. You must be safe from top to bottom. From my suit, these are fireproof suits. It has like 2 layers. And then I have the inner pants. I have the balaclava.
What's a balaclava?
Balaclava, in a layman's language, maybe you know the boshoris. You've seen the boshoris, the kids. Yeah, those ones. So for us, it's called a balaclava.
Yes.
It's a white balaclava. They come in different colors. So you put it on inside before you wear your helmet. And then we have hands. The hands is for the neck. Protects the neck
Is it like
and
a
the back.
pillow?
It's not a pillow. It's a very hard metal. But it has a sponge along your shoulder. It's a neck support so that in case of anything, any accident, your neck, it's very safe. Have you ever seen a rally driver got into an accident and something bad happened? Yes, you roll, unatoka unapiga picha unaambia Mungu asante and you continue. We say in rally you stop when the car stops. But sometimes when you see someone who has come out of a rally car, maybe ameumia, maybe this person or something this person didn't do right. Maybe the seat belts were not tightened. Because when you roll, you see, those seats, they are very straight. You can easily harm your back, your spine. So if you are not tight for the seat belt to hold you, if it's loose, you'll end up hitting. Because those cars are not comfortable. Yeah. They are not comfortable at all. When you put on all these suits, my shoes, you can see, these are all fireproof. And they have expiry date.
How much does it cost?
Everything from top to bottom, around 1 million. It's expensive.
And it expires.
That is why you've seen many rally drivers calling on sponsors, calling on partners to support, because we love the sport and we want to make our country proud, and also the sponsors. Yeah, it's a very expensive sport. And I appreciate the ones who have come on board, who have supported me, especially the government of Kenya. For the first time, this Kenya Kwanza government, this is the 3rd time this government has supported women in motorsport.
And you mentioned that it has not happened before.
It has never.
3 times.
I salute our president. I salute our government, because for them to stand firm and appreciate women in motorsport, us women, to participate. We don't participate as Pauline. We participate for the love of our country. And my prayer is that they support all Kenyan drivers. If there is a budget, they support all Kenyan drivers. Because so many people would want to participate. But funding, it's very expensive. I believe one day they'll set aside a budget for it.
And I saw your plea during just before WRC, and you had asked for sponsors to come on board to support you. So I believe it was mostly monetary.
Yeah.
So what does sponsorship entail? Are there other elements besides the monetary aspects? Or how can people come in to support you? Anyone who wishes to do so, but they don't know what exactly what sponsorship entails.
Thank you so much, Zeddy. I appreciate all kind of sponsorship, because for someone to just wake up and decide, I'm giving you this, whether it's monetary or it's in kind, we take everything, because it helps. It pushes us. Yeah, I came out requesting for sponsors because I've just said rally is very expensive, because especially we need monetary, because we have to take care of our servicemen, the mechanics. I work with 8 mechanics. Every mechanic knows what they are supposed to do in that car. Also, I need sponsorship for accommodation. for fuel, for everything, my suits. So it comes in different ways. You get a sponsor who decides that I want to dress you with the rally suit. So I also appreciate that. Someone comes and say, I'll sponsor you drinking water. I'll give you fuel. I thank Shell. Shell has been our sponsor since I started WRC. They've been with me. And you've seen, I've done 3 WRCs and all of them to the podium. I don't disappoint my sponsors. So the sponsors who come on board, it takes that heart for this person to sit and decide, I'm going to sponsor this driver. We don't take it for granted. So even you as Zeddy, you can say, Pauline, I'm giving you 10 shillings for soda. That's a sponsorship. So for me, I don't undermine whatever sponsorship. I receive whatever I get from it because it makes me going.
Yes.
And all these small sponsorships I get from sponsors helps me to move and to put the car on the track.
Yeah.
Majorly what we need is always monetary because I need to put in my entry, needs money, my license. I don't use the normal driving license. There is an FIA license from Kenya Motorsport Federation. I have to pay for the club. You know, before you rally, you must be in a club, a rally club.
How many clubs are there?
There are many.
Oh,
yeah,
you have many clubs.
There are many clubs.
Really?
So you have to be a member of those clubs.
Which one are you a member of?
I'm in 3 clubs, one in Nairobi, one in Nakuru, and 2 in Nairobi and 1 in Nakuru.
Are they women only or?
No, everyone, not women. You can even decide, these cameramen can decide to be members. You decide whichever club you want because they all do everything. They host events, so they help. For you to be a rally driver, you must be in a club, a rally club.
The Subaru drivers, are they members of your club? That's a different thing.
Which Subarus?
These Subarus we see.
The boys who make noise.
Yes.
Out here.
Members of your club?
No, they are not. They are not. A rally car is very different because of even the way it is made inside there. The things that are inside. I want you to pay a visit to a rally car and see the difference. First of all, we don't have an AC. The rally cars don't have ACs. Very rare you see a rally driver using brakes. Don't have time for brakes.
What do you do if you need to slow down? Or
there's handbrake, but you just touch it. Yeah. So there's a way it is manufactured or it has been done. It just controls itself. And you know, if your navigator tells you 100 meters hairpin, you know how to slow down before you reach that hairpin. You know how the hairpin looks like. It's a very sharp corner. So by the time you reach 100 meters, already you know I'm supposed to slow down to engage the gear. Either I go back to gear 1 or gear 2, so that when I take off, it's full throttle. Yes.
And talking about that Navigator, it said that they don't have notes. What do they use to direct you? What do they tell you? Because I imagine they can't see the road because the seat is lower.
Yes.
And you might not see properly because of the dust, mud, and everything in between. What exactly do they read to you?
They're called pace notes. Those are the notes that are used by navigators during rally. So the work of a navigator is to read for me. This navigator has no business to even see how I'm driving. My work is to listen to that navigator. And you must have chemistry, the two of you.
Are they required to be rally drivers? Am I experienced drivers?
Most of them also are rally drivers. But my navigator is specialized in navigation. She's the current best woman navigator.
That's Lynette.
Lynette. And there's also Tuta, Mionki. Those two. My first navigator was a man. But because I wanted to empower women and I wanted to motivate more women, to inspire women, I decided I had to go an all-women crew. That's why I came up with that Talanta Hela ladies rally team. You've heard of it. When Honorable Ababu Namamba was the cabinet secretary, we came up with that Talanta Hela ladies rally team to inspire more women, to bring more women. We wanted an all-women crew so that even you, Zeddy, you can come and rally.
Yeah,
even if you don't want to rally,
it's possible.
Nothing is impossible. Just get your suit, get the car, have your funds ready, your fuel, everything, get training because training is very important.
So they specialized training.
You have to be trained. You
Where
can't
do
just
we
wake up and
train?
get into a rally car.
Where do you train?
In these clubs they host. And even when they don't host events, there's a time you can even organize and say, this weekend I want to go for training, maybe in a certain stage. You can go to Gilgil, you can go to Stoniathi, you can decide to go to Jamhuri or Kasarani. They just train you how to maneuver, how to cut corners, how to navigate.
I read about your fast driving experience, your competitive motorsport driving experience, and the word that was used there was accelerating. What went through your mind when you were doing your first competitive drive, and what made you realize or stay on it and decide that this is a hobby and a sport that you'll be pursuing in the future till now as you're going into the next rally? What made you stick to it and decide it's something that you keep at it?
Yeah, the first was the incident I've just told you about, what made me now to get into rally, to speed cars. I looked around and saw, hey, we only have few women in this thing. Because many years back, we used to have Warembo Bila Makeup. That was Helen Shiri and Stella Masharia. Now they are officials.
Okay.
And also I've told you, rally is very expensive. But Helen participates once in a while. And Stella is an official. She was the event secretary for this year's rally, and even last year. They were drivers. Helen was driving and Stella was the navigator. We had Joanne Nesbitt. We had women many years. And when I looked around, I saw they were just like 2 teams or 3. But what inspired me was the late Manduli. Because my first takeoff at the ramp, Manduli flagged me off. And I felt happy. She's a lady. She was dancing for me, is giving me that psych.
Yeah.
And she told me, Pauline, you are going to rally. You've gotten yourself into this sport.
Yes.
Please don't stop. I will remember her words. And she told me, I did my first rally, but I never finished. Go and make me proud.
Actually, before I came across your story, I didn't know Rogo Manduli.
She was the first woman to do rally, but she never finished.
In Kenya?
Yes. The sweetest part with rally and for this sport is to just finish to the podium. You take off on the ramp, flag off, and you bring back to the podium. That is the best part. After I did the intermediate rally, then the officials from the KNRC, they wanted two people, only 2 people to get into the national team. And Ben Mushemi wanted to sponsor those 2. So that was not about teams. It was about you.
Individuals.
It was about Pauline.
Yes.
I said, this is an opportunity I wouldn't want to waste. I said, this was a do or die for me. I did my thing. What a 10-0.
Everyone.
We were around 62. I became number 1. Yes. And I got that sponsorship from Ben.
Yes.
And my employer then, KBC,
Yes,
sponsored me exclusive sponsorship to participate in the Kenya National Rally Championship, which I did in 2011 and became the first woman to compete and complete. And after that, before I lost my dad,
yes,
he told me, go and do it and win. That was the blessing my dad gave me. Since then, I have never rallied in a national championship and lost. I've always got into the podium. My mom, Manduli, the late, may their souls rest in peace. Ben Mushemi, my late dad, Agostino Shegu, Orie, Rogo, Manduli. Those 3 people inspired me. They motivated me. They really encouraged me. That is why every time I drive, I remember them. And all my wins, I always owe it to them. All my trophies, I owe it to them. Because I felt there's something they left behind for me.
They believed in you and
They believed this woman can do it.
And you're doing it.
I'm doing it to the podium. For the third time in a row.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, it's tough, but you have to push it.
Yes, and such is life.
To inspire more ladies.
Yes.
Yeah,
To
telling you that
finish,
nothing is impossible.
Finish.
To start at the
Yes.
flag off.
Yes.
And I remember the last time the president told me, bring this car back to the podium.
Come back.
Every time he comes to flag us off, he has to meet the ladies' team. He gives us good advice. And I've told
I
you,
saw him try an experience
Well,
with.
I should give you a ride.
I will come for
Come.
that ride.
Come for a ride, but remember to leave a wheel behind. Hey, that's a joke. But just come and have a feel.
I will.
It's nice. It's the safest sport.
Sorry.
But you saw the president enjoyed it. He loved it. He loves this sport.
Kulikuwa na mawe huko ndani.
Yeah, if it's your first time,
Yes.
yeah, you'll feel that thing, the speed. But it's good to tell you, it's the safest sport. Because before you get into a car, we have to give you the helmet and everything. You have to put on everything, and you have to put on the seat belt to allow the driver to take off with you. We'll not just allow you to come with your the way you look. No.
We just concluded Safari Rally was touted to be one of the hardest rallies ever. And we saw the weather. One minute it's so dusty. 1 minute people are flying over. The other minute it's muddy. And what have you? What was the experience like for you?
This year's rally was tough. Very tough. But I was born a tough woman. So it was tough. We saw so many drivers retired.
Yes.
The likes of Karan Patel, Hamza Anwar. It was the normal track, yes. But then things do change. And especially the new stage that was introduced, the Camp Moran. That was the toughest of 30 kilometers. It was the toughest of all. Because even me, I got stuck. My battery terminals melted. So I also retired on that stage. My first stage, I retired. I don't know what happened this year. I think the weather, the track was wet. And you see the P1s had already passed. They'd already left you with the potholes.
And there's something you said, you can just repeat that. When other drivers
The
go ahead of
P1s.
you, the P1s, what happens?
The big
to those
boys.
who come before, what happens? What conditions are left behind for them?
After they've passed, oh my God, they leave the worst condition. So it is up to you as a driver to see how you'll maneuver. There is no special treatment for P1s and then the local drivers. There is no special treatment for men drivers and for us women. We drive on the same track. So it is up to Pauline to see how she'll maneuver and finish that stage.
And is there an advantage if you're Kenyan? Can you maneuver the terrain better than the P1 drivers who are mostly from abroad?
No, nothing. The stage is the same. The track is the same.
So there's no.
I visit Naivasha, those stages, when I'm going to rally for WRC. That is the time I go around. During the recce, sometimes you go and you find the track is dry. But the following day during the competition, it has rained cats and dogs. Even the notes changes. Everything changes. It used to torment me because I love dry track. I love fresh. I love fresh.
Yeah.
Dust.
Yeah.
With time, I had to adjust and just appreciate because this is nature. You cannot do anything. But it helps us also as women to make us push through and to fight. There's that thing. It makes you strong and aggressive. Because if Zeddy passed through this track, if Rovanpera passed through this, Takamoto passed through, Kaltundo passed through, Karan passed through, Hamza passed through, why not Pauline? That's how I tell myself.
Kaende.
But it's all about your car.
Yes.
How your car has been adjusted. It's how you play around with your car. These are machines. They can decide you brought me to this track, naenda to off.
Yeah. And you mentioned that they can just.
They have feelings.
They have feelings.
They have feelings. My car had feelings during the flag off. I slept out the whole Wednesday to make sure the car is ready.
Was there something that changed for it to start? Or
it just went off. It messed me up. That last day, when the president was flagging off, I even missed the photo op with Echi because I need to fix my car. I brought my car a bit late on the park for me. Machines have feelings.
There's something you mentioned about people not being allowed to touch cars and be next to the cars. Tell us about that because sometimes we go around the cars and we don't know. and maybe we might cause someone to be
Yes.
penalized. Please speak
Yeah.
to that.
These are rules
Yeah.
that have been. The moment the car gets into a park family, let me give you an example. Park family means, you see, when the cars are brought to KICC and they are parked there, that's now a sealed place. So you as Zeddy, when you come and start touching my car, you want to see inside. Oh my God. First, I'll be fined. I'll be penalized. It's not allowed.
What will it take to have better financial support to this sport? What needs to happen? What policies? What needs to be done?
I feel the government needs to set aside some funding, some budget, apart from the one for hosting the WRC. They need to set aside some money to take care of the drivers. When I participate in the World Rally Championship, that's an international event. It's the same way Faith Kipyegon, Beatrice Chebet, Omanyala, Mary Mora participate in athletics, and they come back and are rewarded with something. Same way us as local drivers, we do participate, compete with these other drivers, international drivers, and you've seen us getting to the podium. We need some funds somewhere to appreciate us as drivers and the navigators. It feels nice. We need to be appreciated because we compete international. This is an international event.
Your brand ambassador.
Yeah. And we fly our flag high.
Yes.
You've seen.
Yes.
So my appeal to the government that I'm sure they will hear this, that apart from the hosting funds for the WRC, they need to set aside some funds to take care of the drivers and navigators, those who are finished to the podium, to give them something to take home, to appreciate. We'll reach there where Faith has reached, and Akina Omanyala, where they are given houses, they're given some millions, but there's something small to encourage and bring in more drivers to participate in motorsport, because it's the same as any other sport.
And there's this mantra I've seen mentioned a couple of times, something that your dad used to say, that cars don't know their drivers. How has that shaped your journey in your career, what you do for the day-to-day, and as a sportswoman? How has that shaped your journey?
These cars, it's how you drive them, how you manage them, how you control them. It's the setup, the setting. The setups are different. When I'm in this gear and in a rally car, that's a totally different setup for me. And when I'm in my corporate attire, my suit, going to work in my normal car, that's a different setup. So you see, these are two different setups. So the cars, they don't know the driver. You are the one who manages. You are the one who controls those two cars. So for me, it's about the setup.
What's the most surreal moment you've ever had as a rally driver, and what did it do to you?
The first time I rolled, I got shocked. I was like, I could see I'm going to roll. I just saw it coming because I miscalculated. I was in a competition.
Where was that?
Machakos RX. Have you ever been to RX? RX is an event that is hosted by Flash Kaltundo and Team Jessop. This is a special event, both tarmac and maram. And four cars take off at the same time. We normally take off at the same time. And there is something that is called jockey. A joker. Yeah, you have to pass a joker. A joker, it's a special track. And this is something that Carl brought to this country. And it has attracted so many participants. It helps a lot. But you have to drive in both tarmac and maram. So my first one was that. I rolled. That was in Machakos. They just came and laughed at me. And they told me, you've graduated.
To what?
To the next level. When you roll, you graduate. See, that confidence now builds in you. They just came and told me, are you okay? The safety guys, they looked at me. Pauline, you are okay? I told them, yes. Because one thing they told me, when you roll, you switch off the car, the engine, you switch it off so that the oil doesn't spill or something can happen. Then they told me, they just laughed, like a normal thing. Told me, welcome, welcome. This is the first one. Expect more.
Did you feel like you graduated or were you?
Yeah, I felt like I graduated. They told me now there's something that is coming out of you,
What is that?
the fear. So from then, I don't fear anything. My first role was with my navigator, Kimaru Kipchilat, who works at State House. The first KNRC I did in Kajiado. We rolled. I told Kimaru. He told me, I can turn this car. He came out. He turned the car. Can you see ahead? Yes. The windscreen is okay. Can the car move? Yes. In motorsport, you say you only stop when the car stops. When the car stops completely.
You stop.
But it can, if it can continue,
Yes.
you move because it's about time.
I saw one that didn't have the windscreen during the last.
And he was driving.
And he was driving.
Yes,
And
the
imagine
helmet.
that speed and everything coming at you.
Yeah.
With no protection.
But you see, you have the helmet.
So that's good enough.
It's good.
Wow.
Because of time. You know that is competition.
Yeah.
Just like the way Faith runs the marathon with the rest.
Yes.
Don't have to waste time. If the sneakers decides to go to leave the leg, you continue. You leave it there and you continue. Just remove the sneakers and you run barefoot. So it's the same way.
Yeah.
If the windscreen is off and you can see the track, continue.
So when we see the speed, when we see the environment that it takes to speed and to win and to get to the podium, as you say, you come off as someone who's very courageous, confident, and all that. What is something unexpected that people don't know about you, despite you being all this phenomenal woman that we see today?
First, let me say, people sometimes tend to think we are twins. I have a twin sister.
Oh, really?
When they see me out, they think I have a twin sister. A twin sister means that when they see me in a corporate style,
Yes.
this is a totally different person. Totally different person. It's not the Pauline they see
So you have
in a
different
rally car.
personas.
Yes, I have different personas. People think I have a twin sister. They've stopped me many times. How is your twin? I'm like, which twin? This is Pauline.
Actually, I saw you. Do you remember I told you I saw you and I wasn't sure that was
That was me. You see, even you asked me. You saw me in Naivasha, but you were not sure if it was Pauline. Yes. They see a totally different person. Because when I'm in corporate, I'm totally I'm different. Yes. And I think people don't know that Pauline speaks fluent Luo.
Where did you learn that and why?
I went to school in Nyanza. Yes. But I don't speak Luo more often. I wait. Sometimes I meet people. They speak, they talk that nice language, that sweet language. Then after that, they even mentioned you. They speak about. After that is when now I just
made in Luo.
Yeah, they are like, oh my goodness, and I think I grasp these dialects easily, quickly. Yes, the only one I'm yet to understand to learn is Somali.
Why?
I love to understand people's dialects.
Why Somali?
I just want to know it.
Is it because of business?
I have Somali friends, and I'm sure. Waenga walisema ukienda Roma?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to.
So when I found myself in Nyanza, because I went to school in Nyanza, that's how I got to understand how to speak Luo. So before I speak, I wait for you to just talk whatever I want to say. Then now is when I come out. Yeah.
So talking about go-getting and weighing and getting something to work for you, everything to work for you, basically. How have you been intentional about your journey home, the career woman that you are to the sportswoman that you are? How have you been intentional about carving out a name for yourself and standing out to be someone who's renowned and good at what they do?
Thanks, Zeddy. For me to be called a she of all trade, it's how I do my things, how I plan, how I prepare. It's all about discipline. Discipline in terms of how I do everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to my official work duty, because I'm a government officer, I have to do my normal job because that's what puts food on my table. So I have to plan myself. And discipline, it's discipline that has made me to be who I am. If it is work, it is work. I don't compromise my work. But when I know I'm supposed to rally and I have to work, there is something that is called special leave that I apply to my boss. And I appreciate my managing director, Mr. Paul Ngugi, the CEO where I work. He gave me that special leave to go and participate. It is in our HRPP that allows you to participate in a national event, provided you are recognized. You're a sportswoman or a man. Yes. So I plan my things in advance. And all this is God. I pray for God to give me courage, for God to give me guidance, to show me how to do things so that I don't mess up with everything. And when it comes to motherly work, as a mother, I'm a mother of a Gen Z. And these Gen Zs, what they did to us last year. So there's also time for my Gen Z. So I know I have time for my Gen Z. I have to sit with my Gen Z. I talk to him. And I know this weekend I'm with him everywhere I go. There's time for my role as a mother.
Passionate about motorsport as you are.
My Gen Z?
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't love this sport. I don't know why. He's totally different. He is totally different. But I believe one day he'll appreciate it because I want to believe there's a way I inspire him. He sees me as a courageous mother.
You are very courageous, yes.
But sometimes he looks at me and is like, no, mom, it is not you. How? How do you drive these cars? But you see, you have to love your sport. Just the way my parents appreciated me getting into motorsport.
As different as it was from what
yes.
they embraced.
And that is what I tell parents out here. Allow your kids, allow your children to go for what their heart desires for. If your child is good in football, let that child continue that football. That's a talent. Grow that talent, develop that talent. Because at the end of it, it monetizes. And you remember when Honorable Ababu was in the office, this Talanta Hela program, it was a government initiative. It was monetizing these talents. That's why he monetized football. Everyone got something. Athletes, us motorsport during his time, we earned something from it. It monetizes. So monetize these talents. So for me, parents out here, let your kids go for what their heart desires for. If they want to do football, allow that child to go for it. If this child wants to be a musician, if this child wants to be a comedian, that is also a talent. You've seen what Churchill Dambuk is doing. He has grown so many talents in this comedy industry.
That you have noticed your son does not share your passion and it's still okay because most of the time parents tend to live out their passions and their dreams through their children and it's imposed most of the time because you love them. They have to love it as well.
Yeah, stop imposing your talent, what you have, to your child. That is the same thing. You, because you are a communication expert or a journalist or a lawyer or a doctor, your child who is in the campus, you want this child to follow your footsteps. And this child has to be a musician. But you're forcing your child to go and study engineering, yet his mind is not even there. But because you are forcing this child, he will go and do it. But remember, after doing it, along the way somewhere, he'll decide to get into what his heart desires for. His passion. He'll follow his passion. And you'll be a disappointed parent. So don't force your kids to do things they don't want. Sit with your child. Waswahili husema, samaki ukunjwa ngali mbichi. Sit that child, listen to your kid, know what he or she wants to do. In matter of sports, professionalism, or any other career. Whatever talent out here, let your kids do it.
Because I know a few years back, comedy was never deemed the way it is now. And it's one of the best paying creative work.
Now see.
So you just never know what something can give until you give it
a chance. You've touched on creatives. And that is why the president came up with youth affairs, creative economy, and sports.
Yes.
That docket creatives economy. Currently, I think it's Dennis Itumbi who manages the creatives.
I don't think there's something that's as authentic as something that someone follows passionately. They bring it out so genuinely.
Yes.
that you can't replicate no matter how much hard work you put in. If you're not passionate, you'll just be different.
Oh, exactly. If you're not passionate about what you're doing,
Yes.
you'll not go anywhere.
This box.
You must love first what you are doing, appreciate what you are doing, and be disciplined. So right now, I'm preparing for ARC, Africa Rally Championship. That's what I want to do. Now getting into Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda. I want to do all that.
When is that ARC?
The first one is Uganda,
Yeah.
which is coming in next month, May.
Mm.
Then we get into Rwanda, Tanzania, and Burundi.
So the rally in Africa only goes to these countries, or will
Yes,
it venture
yes.
into others?
No,
Is it because of the terrain, or what makes this country special?
it's called Africa Rally Championship because these are countries within Africa and they have the terrain. And also, I think they, just bidding like any other country to host.
Oh, it's a bidding.
Yes. And my prayer that they renew after 2026 because it's coming to an end in 2026.
Yeah.
So I believe the top leadership is in consultation and in discussions with the other team to continue with this WRC after 2026. We have the best terrain in Kenya. And these international
Very
drivers, they love
exciting.
our country. They love Kenya.
It's like a surprise ball. It just keeps giving.
Kenya it's just a magical country. Magical Kenya. They come and see. You see, when we drive through Hell's Gate,
Yes.
we drive through Sleeping Warrior, we drive through Kengen Track. In that park, we meet wild animals.
Yes.
It's so nice.
I saw those.
Magical Kenya. I
Giraffes
love
running
it.
after the car, zebras.
You see, me as
You can
Pauline,
never
I'm
get
so
that.
proud to see the P1 drivers.
Yes.
You see, sometimes whenever we do the recce, they stop their car to take photos,
Yes.
see the giraffes, the wildebeest, they see all manner of animals in that park. And when you get into that park, we are told to drive at 50. So I think that's 50 to give you time to do what? At least to appreciate the magical Kenya.
Hell's Gate National Park.
That Hell's Gate National Park. It's so beautiful. And that is why this WRC is not going anywhere. It's here to stay. Because even those drivers, international drivers, when you talk to them, they tell you the way they love Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful country. I'm proud to be Kenyan. Yes.
It's a good thing that they go out even before and after to just experience our terrain, our culture.
They love.
Which is one of the best in the
They
world.
love Kenya.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, talk to them, sit with them.
Yes.
They will tell you the way they love this country. Kenya is a beautiful country, and we are beautiful people. We are nice people.
You can't get that.
You saw the way Kenyans came to Hell's Gate during the. Oh my God. It's just nice.
It's a whole ecosystem and economy built from just that.
Yeah. First, it grows our economy, it boosts our economy, everything.
Tourism, source,
all that.
From everywhere.
Kenya is a wonderful country.
Yes. From you, I've gotten passion is very important in being intentional. Structure and planning is also very important.
Yes.
As this is the Power Dialogue Africa, I'd like for you to impart some knowledge to our audiences. What have you learned? What knowledge has stayed with you from your mentorship period? You mentioned Talanta Hela and what you've been doing to mentor younger drivers. What knowledge has stayed with you from your experience in mentoring younger drivers and that you'd like to share with us?
Thanks, Zeddy. Just the way I was, I got support from the legends when I got into motorsport, the likes of the late Orie Rogo, the late Mushemi, Kaltundo, Boldi. Boldi is Baldev Chaga. Baldev Chaga is the one who supplies us with the uniforms. Yes, he's the only supplier in Kenya. Okay. These are people I rallied with. And they really held my hand. They gave me a lot of advice when I got into this motorsport. These rally drivers and navigators, there's something special about them. There's that teamwork. There's that togetherness. There's that family thing, brother and sister. Because even when you are cast all somewhere along, you just see everyone stop.
Or other rally drivers stop.
Yeah, they're allowed to help you. Okay. Yes. they will stop and ask and inquire. So I've gotten a lot of advice from them, encouragement, and this has really helped me also to pass it through to the next generation. And I feel like I've done my part in inspiring a lot of people, not only the girl child but also the boy child, because we've pushed for even the younger ones. If you've seen, we have the likes of Cheche Ababu, who is the current champion. Cheche Ababu is the son to Honorable Ababu. This young boy used to play football. He was very passionate about football. But I convinced him. I told him, I saw something in him. And I told him to get him to try motorsport. Let me tell you, the moment this young boy got into that buggy, he drives buggy. He's the current champion under his category in Kenya. Yes, he's just 14 or 15 years old. And we have even others, the likes of Alan Bengi, small boys.
Yes.
So it's growing. We have young boys and girls doing buggies.
What do you mean by buggies?
Buggies are special cars, not cars. They're special machines. They're driven, the age limit for buggies, it doesn't have an age limit, but it has the CCs. How can I explain buggy? Unless I show it to you. They're like, they're not like even the kartings. This is the GP karting. They're not that ones. They're not like tuk-tuks. They're 4-wheel, but very special machines, but very fast. Very fast. We have a guy called Ankush. He drives that machine more than the 4-wheel drive car rally cars we drive. They're very fast machines.
On a normal day-to-day?
No, those are just for competitions. Okay. So we have those different types of cars, machines that compete in the motorsport. So for me, you see, apart from inspiring women, and I think I've done my best to bring on board women, because when I got this Talanta Hela program and support from the government, we had 5 teams of women. Those are 10 women who participated in the first WRC.
Yes.
We have Tashtundo, who is navigated by Chantal Young. We had Jennifer Malik, navigated by Kui Kui. We call her Kui Kui, Wangoi. We have Lisa Christopherson, who is navigated by Michelle Chow. We have the Gatimus, mother and daughter, Carol Gatimu and Tinashe Gatimu, and then there is me and my navigator Lineta Yuko. You can see the way I've grown them, I've inspired so many. That is my happiness. Then when I'll retire one day, I'll say there are people I inspired. The young boys, the boy child, we've not left them behind. Because I'm very proud and happy to see my boy Cheche, the way he's pushing that machine. And currently he's the champion. So even when I leave that space, I can say there are people I inspired. Apart from the ladies, there are also young people coming up. And watch out this space. This Cheche will be the next Rovanpera.
Really?
Yeah. Cheche Ababu will be next Rovanpera. This boy drives the machine. He has been admitted in the FIA program. Yes. He drove after we did the Kasarani.
Yes.
He showcased himself, and the FIA team spotted him and recognized, and he's in that program.
Yeah.
So there's something, and because of me,
yes,
he saw something in me and said he wants to stop football and do motorsport.
So he just switched from
and I managed to convince Mheshimiwa Ababu. I told him, let me move with this boy. He has a younger brother who plays football. He's very passionate with football. But this one, I'm very proud. Even when I leave this space of motorsport, I'm sure I've inspired a lot. Just the way Manduli inspired me. And Akina Ben Mushemi, Kaltundo, whom I still rally with. Because I'm still on the same track with Kaltundo. These are people who have inspired me a lot. So I want to do the same to the next generation before I leave this space. Because at some point, I'll just have to take a break. But if I get sponsorship, I'll continue to the end. Rally has no age limit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, just keep going.
You keep going. Ian Duncan still drives.
As a mother, as a career woman you are, what keeps you going on these tough days? What inspires you to keep moving?
What keeps me going? God. Without God, I'm nothing. God. First, in anything I do, I must appreciate God. Must thank God. Because without God, there's nothing. For me to wake up, it's God. So I can't say there's anything that keeps me going apart from just waking up, praying, and thanking my God. And to pray for Him to keep me alive. Only that, nothing much. Yes.
It's a very definite, strong answer. I like it. God.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, you have said that you will want to race for many, many years. Is there something else exciting in the near future that you believe you will be getting yourself into besides racing that you intend to do for the long haul?
You know, you have to be intentional also in your life and plan ahead. I've told you, racing does not pay. It's just for fun. It's just for fun and for the love of sport and also for the love of my country. But when the government will decide one day they're setting aside funds to just appreciate the drivers and to take home something, why not? I'll continue. But you see, I also have to plan my life.
Yes.
I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my mom.
Bills need to be paid.
Yes, bills need to be paid. Food needs to be put on the table. And also, I'm a focused woman because my focus next is to be somebody in this country one day. When I become somebody in this country one day, God willing, and by the grace of God, I know I'll do so much. I know I'll do so much, but that one I leave it to God. But I'll balance because they say work without
Play.
makes Jack a dull boy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So as much as I want to be someone somewhere, and that's where I'm eyeing. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that one day I will be there very soon. So I will have to balance. I will have to balance, but also, even if I don't participate in motorsport, I'll be there to give advice, to assist. I'll be giving consultations to people who would want to join motorsport. I'll help where I can. Yes. But at the end of it, I need this other life.
Yeah.
I need
You have to
I
have a
need
balanced
to
life.
I need to have a balanced life.
Yeah.
And my balanced life is 80% should be on the professional side. Yes.
If you could go back and maybe offer some advice to your younger self, probably before you started racing, what would you speak to yourself? What advice would you offer yourself?
Mhm. I wish I had started this racing when I was young. I would be somewhere. But I don't want to regret. Everything happens
For a reason.
for a reason.
For a season.
Yeah, because you see, I've done so many things. I did newscasting, been on your screens for many years, presenting news to you guys every day. At 7, you see Pauline telling you during
Very
Moise
good
time.
Swahili. Very good
Yeah, I
diction.
specialized in Swahili.
Yes.
And I presented news for many years. But I don't want to regret or say that there's something I missed when I was young. No. Everything, we do it with stages. That is why even in profession, we are told, use the stairs, don't use the lift.
Yeah.
If you want to be somewhere, yeah.
Everyone I have met who has given me sound wisdom says that you have to sing, do not skip.
Yes, do not skip any stage.
Important. Yeah.
Yes. So when I was young, there are things I did when I was young. So I don't want to regret it. That's why I'm doing these other things when I'm this age. But one thing I'd want to say is that I wish I'd done this rallying when I was young. Rovan Pera started rallying when he was 7 years. That's why he's the world champion now.
That's a lifetime of
Yes.
practice.
And you see those P1 drivers, that is their job.
Mm.
They're not like us that after rallying, I have to go back to the office. That is their job. It pays.
Pays them.
Yes. But I did my part when I was young. And
And
also, of course,
You have done
of
very
course,
well
my
for
family,
yourself.
those years, we
Yes.
could not afford.
Yeah.
I could not even get into GP karting.
Yeah, it's a very premium
Yeah.
investment.
Because I have a very big family.
Yes.
So taking care of only this small girl and leaving the rest of the siblings, angeenda shule.
Angenda.
Yeah, so I don't want to imagine that there's something I missed or there's something I could have done when I was young. No,
You've done your best.
I did everything as per the stage.
Pauline, you've previously drawn inspiration from Orie Manduli, and as we have discussed, he was an inspiration to you and encouraged you along the way. What kind of legacy do you wish to leave behind for women in motorsport?
May her soul rest in peace. Rogo Manduli really supported me in my first debut. She whispered a word to me. And I always remember the way she danced while flagging me off. You see the legacy she left behind. It's what we are doing now. She was the first woman to do rally. And it is what she's doing now. That is the same thing I want to do. I want to leave a legacy that I inspired more women to participate in rally. I supported more women while I was in government. I tried my best for the government to appreciate women in motorsport. Something that was never there. So that is a legacy I am happy in this motorsport. That while I was in government, I pushed for women agenda. Because for me, women, anything women comes first. My agenda is women. I don't want women to take the back seats while the front seats are vacant. No, come and fill those front seats. So those are the legacies I want to leave. I want to make sure I inspire more women in motorsport. I inspire more women in my area of professionalism. That's why they say when that door opens, leave it open for the next person. So that is what I want to do. I want to leave all the doors I've passed through open so that you can pass through them and reach where I am. Thank
I
you.
wish you all the best in those goals that you're setting.
Thank you.
I know you'll make it because, as you've said, if you set your mind to it, you follow through and get to the podium. We want to see you at the podium.
Yes.
Talking about podiums, what go-to routine or regimen do you have to get pumped up for a Safari Rally drive? Or is it just you up, you go in? Is there something you need to do to just get yourself in that space and get yourself ready to compete and go with everything that environment entails of you?
Thanks, Zeddy. First, you have to prepare yourself in many ways. Psychologically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit, physically fit. Those 4 things. Before I get into a motorsport, into a rallying competition, those are the things I look at. Spiritually fit, I have to pray. Prayer is my everyday food. I have to pray and to talk to God, to tell God, I am going for this competition. These are just machines. I don't know. Take charge. I have to pray for the family I'm leaving behind. I have to pray for everyone. And I have to pray for Kenyans who will come and cheer us. First, I have to be fit spiritually, to be prepared. Physically, gym, of course. I don't go to gym more often, but where I live, we have a good environment where you can do your jogging, you do your exercise. So I make sure I'm fit physically. Because even the food I eat before I go for rallying, I have to cut down on the food. Don't just eat anyhow. Yes, I don't eat heavy food. Light foods like spaghettis, that is what we eat.
Oh,
that is what all rally drivers eat. Yes.
Okay,
you
so
can imagine.
Your weight can drag.
Yes, my weight can drag. I can be lazy in that car. Yes, because you see the seat is just like this one.
Yeah.
Very small like this.
Yes.
So imagine if I add weight and I feel that seat, feel the steering, even spinning the car will be difficult. So, and also eating heavy. You've seen this overall.
Yes.
I'm a woman.
Yes.
Can you just picture? If I want to go and relieve myself and I'm in a competition, can you just picture me? This overall has 2 zips. For men, is easier. There's one zip down and there's one zip up. So for men, they can play with zip and do whatever they want to do. But for me as a lady, can imagine I've had a heavy breakfast and I'm going for competition that morning. Along the track, along the stage, something happens to me. And you see, I'm not supposed to stop the car. Those are the challenges.
You're not supposed to stop
No,
the car.
no. Why should I stop the car?
Because
I'm wasting
of
my time. So I have to monitor my diet. I only take energy drink to help me because of the energies. You know, the heat inside, the dust. It drains us a lot, so much. And you've seen the drivers, we have the monkey bag.
Yes.
Where we have the pipe. Just pull it, you drink whatever you want.
That's for hydration.
Yes. And a lot of water. And every stage you stop, they have to give us water. So I prepare myself in those 4 ways. Spiritually, physically, mentally fit. My mind has to be fit. When I go for competition, I forget about everything. I forget about Zeddy. I forget about my son. I forget about my family. I put everything behind.
Rather focus.
I have to focus, yes. I even switch off my phone completely. I'll talk to you maybe later after the rally. So I try to avoid distractions.
Not essential.
I try to avoid distractions a lot. And you see, during competition, there are a lot of temptations. Someone might just decide to call you and give you bad news. Tell me. Last year when I was...
kwa TV, unajua?
And I think when I was going to drive for the competition, nilikuwa kwa mwanamke bomba.
Yes.
So many calls. Mtu anakupigia tu. I've watched you. I'm like, please. But if you can't tell someone, you just say, I'm not asante. So the only thing you do is just to silence your phone or switch it off. Last year when I was driving, in the middle of my competition, I got a call from my mom. I've lost my aunt. You see, for her, she doesn't understand how it will affect me. But I just told God, please hold me until I finish this race. It was tough, yes, it was tough, but things do happen along. So many things happen when you go for competition. That's why you are told, pray a lot, so that you avoid distractions.
Yes.
You don't know who your enemy is. You don't know what this person has planned for you. You just don't know. We are human beings. The person anacheka na wewe ndo anakumaliza.
It's true, kikulacho.
Kikulacho kingoni mwako. So you have to prepare yourself in so many things. Avoid distractions. I avoid negative vibes around me. And that is what has kept me moving up to this moment. Me, anything negative, anything you come with negativity around me.
No.
Nope. I have no business with you. Just go. Even when I don't rally, I just avoid negative vibes because it drains me. It stagnates my life, and then I don't move. I'm not focused. So those are the things I've learned. And this negativity thing I have learned from Mheshimiwa Babu. That is one thing he told me. Try to avoid these things. They'll derail you. So I learned a lot from him.
Very toxic.
I avoid toxic environment. But when you try to bring it to me, I'm a human being. We'll just handle it the way you want it. But I try so much to avoid it. So when I go for competition, those are the things I avoid completely. The only call I make when I'm rallying, I call my mother and my son. Those 2 people. Once I've talked to them, I am done with everyone. I don't pick any calls. I can chat to you maybe later in the night.
Yes.
But when I'm competing, I just want to hear their 2 voices. Once they've wished me well, those 2, I'm good to go. That is Pauline. That is how I am prepared. Yes.
Leaning on God.
Leaning on God spiritually, mentally fit, physically fit, and everything. I just have to be fit. I just have to be normal. Yeah.
You have mentioned so many mentors who have held your hand and also the aspect of you paying it forward. If you could have a day with someone, with an African leader or anyone in Africa, to spend your day and to learn from and to just exchange, who will it be and why?
Of course, the first one will be my president. Yes,
Interesting. Why?
my president, William Samoei Ruto.
Mhm.
Why? This is the only president who appreciated women in motorsport. This is the president who saw potential in these women and said they must be supported by this government. So when you tell me this is African leader,
Mhm.
you look at someone who has made an impact in your
Yes,
life,
it's true.
someone who has supported you, someone who has been there for you, even when you get into a close age of giving up,
Mhm.
this someone has come to save your life. This is the president of this country. And I can probably say that because I've seen the benefits I've gotten from him. For 3 years consecutive, let me talk about Pauline. He has held my hand and supported me to rally
Mhm.
because rally is very expensive. So I can proudly say it's William Samoei Ruto. He has helped me. Yeah, I can't talk about other African leaders because there's nothing I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say that this person has done A, B, C, D for me. No, 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 no. Let me talk of someone whom I've benefited from. Yes. As a leader, it's him.
Yes.
And the second leader, I can say, of course, Honorable Ababu, who also held my hands. I learned a lot from him, a lot from that Moshimiwa. So I can proudly say those two.
One word that will describe your driving style. What
One.
would that be? One word to describe your driving style. What's the one word that can describe your driving style as Pauline?
Is there really a driving style? Yeah, I told you earlier that we drive depending on the situation, the environment, the setup, because when I drive rally car is different, when I drive the normal car is also different. So I can't really explain my style of driving. But one thing I know is I'm always cautious when I drive the normal car. I don't want the adrenaline I get from because it's like a drug. Sometimes you remember you forget you are in a normal car and you tend to speed up. Yeah. It happens. It's like a drug. So I'm very cautious when I'm driving a normal car so that I don't do anything stupid on the road. Yes. So my driving style is very different. When I'm in this suit and in a rally car, style is different. I drive to the
Full
maximum.
throttle.
Full throttle.
Kind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flat out. When I drive the normal car,
Have you gotten arrested for speed ever?
Hmm?
Have you ever been arrested for speed?
for speed, imagine no. Because I respect traffic rules. I've only been caught branching the wrong way. And that was last week before rally. Oh, it was after rally.
Oh.
But I just apologized to the traffic and I told the traffic, I'm sorry. There was no sign. I just saw another lorry diverting. I followed it. But it's good to appreciate these our traffic cops and also appreciate the job they do. Talk to them. They're human beings. They will understand you. I apologized to them. I really apologized. And I told them it will never happen again. And they will never see me in that route again. I have never broken traffic rules. I'm a government officer. I respect rules. Yes. So I've never overspeed. I've never been caught.
Yeah.
Because when I drive a normal car, there's just something in me that tells me, no,
This is not a rally car.
this is not a rally car. And of course, when you are caught, you just have to part with something. Where is that money? Yeah, I don't want to be a bad example to other drivers. Yeah, and I don't want them to see me because I'm a rally driver I have to break rules.
Yeah.
No.
You're not an exception.
Yes.
I'd like to know what's the best advice that you've ever received and who was it from?
My mom. The best advice
Mhm.
from my mother.
What was it? We can learn from her as well.
My mother is one lady. My mother, Scholastica Mkasafari Shegu. Mom, I love you, mom. My mom and my late dad. Those two parents of mine. The best advice to get is from your parent. I've told you these are your small gods. If they tell you no, don't go. They've seen ahead before you. So for me, the best advice is when I told them I was going to rally and they told me, this is what you want, have our blessing. That is what they did to me. They just blessed me. And my dad told me, you will win to the end. Imagine, may his soul rest in peace. My dad told me, every competition you get into, you will win. That is why all my trophies, every win I make, I dedicate it to him. Mzee Shegu. My mother is still alive. She keeps me going. She's my everything. She's my pillar. She's my role model. My mother. She always advises me. Even when I go to the I've told you, before I go to rally, I have to pass to her place to pray for me and to get her advice. And the best advice she tells me, the best advice she reminds me of, remember you have a family back home. You're going to rally, but remember you have left your family back home. Of course, that means a lot to me.
Does she follow the race?
She follows throughout. And I've just said, the only people I talk to is my mom and my son. So I have to talk to her and she'll tell me. And anything I do, if I've done anything wrong, she will tell me, my daughter, hapa na hapa umefanya makosa. Next time jaribu hivi na hivi. The best advice is for her to pray for me and to tell me, remember you have left a family behind. That is the best advice. And just, she always tells me, go for what you love. And go and make Shegu's family proud.
My final question to you, what's your favorite destination in Kenya and why?
My favorite destination is my home, Taita Taveta County. That is my best destination.
Yeah.
In Africa or in this country?
In Kenya.
In Kenya?
Yes, magical Kenya.
Taita Taveta County. Always. Home is always the best.
Yeah.
East, west, south, north, home is the best.
It's the best.
So for me, it's my county.
Yeah.
I'm proud to come from that county. Today, if I fall down and die, I'll be taken back to my home. So why not be proud of my county? So I'm very proud of my county. Taita Taveta County, always the best.
Taita Hills.
Tembea ufike Undanyi, Taita Hills, ufike Bura, ufike Taveta. Tembea Mwatate. Tembea uone the beautiful land.
Recommendations of where to visit.
Undanyi, the green land. Yes. Very cold.
Undanyi.
Yeah, it's very cold, hilly, beautiful roads. It's a beautiful place with beautiful people, loving people. Yeah. We love people with beautiful food. Come and try our kimanga.
What's
That's
kimanga?
our staple food. Kimanga is like mokimo. Yes, but for us, we do with beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, others do with peas. Yeah, so kimanga is our staple food.
Any parting shots?
Any parting shots? Yes. Never limit yourself. Go for what your heart desires. Never leave an opportunity that comes your way. Yes. Do not allow anyone to bring you down. Trust in yourself, follow your instincts, and trust in God. You'll achieve what you want in life. Yes.
Thank you so much, Pauline. It's been an honor to host you the Power Dialogue Africa.
Thank you so much, Zeddy. I really appreciate this moment. I truly appreciate and I believe we'll continue to partner together. Definitely. And support this initiative. It's a very beautiful talk and I look forward.
Thank you so
to
much.
see it everywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zeddy. Thank you so much.
We come to the end of this wonderful conversation with the renowned Pauline Shegu. Until next time, I'll be empowering you and cheering you on to your next power move. Goodbye. See you on the next one.